Look how big Splash is compared to the tunnel. Like, I don't even know if he could go in there.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:50 a.m. Here's Splash and Simba. They're waiting for their breakfast, but I'm still getting ready for my day. Splash is chewing on some of this cat grass. And Simba had some of the leftover canned food from overnight this morning. So what happened was last night I noticed there were some ants coming in the front door. So I put another ant bait there to try to, kill off the trail of ants. I cleaned up what I could, and then any leftover food, there was a little bit of leftover canned food from their snack last night. I put it in the kitchen. And I said to myself, I don't think Simba's gonna walk in the kitchen and eat it overnight, because sometimes he just avoids the area because of the Lucky 7 downstairs. So I happened to wake up at 5 a.m. and I was like, let me check on the food. And sure enough, he did not eat it. But I brought it here into the living room and I put it on the play rug. And then he ate like half of it. So that was his snack, because I did not put food in these automatic feeders last night. I haven't done that for the past 2 nights. And the only crunchies they got last night were in their toys, in their little mouse toys. They got 1 tablespoon in their little mouse toys. And then with Splash, because he had not eaten like half of his breakfast yesterday, I gave him another tablespoon in the crunchies. And we're trying the new Origin Senior Crunchies for older cats. So we'll see how those do. Now, I weighed Simba this morning. He has not lost any weight. And also Splash was sitting on the scale this morning. And I said, I wonder if I could sneak over there, turn the scale on, and then when he gets off, I'll be able to see how much he weighs. So that's what I did. Now, just the other day, I was looking at Splash and I was thinking to myself, he is such a big cat. I've always said that Splash is the biggest cat in the house. Like, he's just physically a large cat. Ringo is probably as large as Splash, if not a little bit smaller. And I know it's hard to tell on these videos, but Splash is such a large cat. And when he jumped off of the scale today, at first I thought the weight included the cat tower, but then I was like, no, this is how much Splash weighs. Splash weighs 21 pounds and 9 ounces. He's a big cat. Now, does Splash need to lose some weight? Yes. So he's been eating what Simba's been eating on the reducing diet. Sometimes I will give Splash a little bit more food, not a lot, just a little bit more food, because he is a bigger cat than Simba is. At least now I have a starting weight for him, because I don't know where he started a few weeks ago. And if he'll sit on that cat tower occasionally, and I could put it on, and then he jumps off and I could get his weight that way, then that's good, because then I could monitor him also. Right, Splash? Here's Simba. Hey, Simba. It's 9:15 a.m. and here's Splash. And I've been in my room getting ready for my day while he and Simba have been eating their breakfast. And they ate only a little bit of their breakfast, and then I was like, okay, I'll put some freeze-dried chicken on it and see if you want to finish it. So I'm in my bedroom, and all of a sudden Splash comes in, and he looks at me. He's all happy. And I said to him, oh, did you finish your breakfast? Because the way he came up to me was exactly how Boo used to come up to me. So Boo used to do this thing where, when the cats were eating, if anyone was having a problem, he would find me and he'd come up to me, and he'd have a certain look about him. Come on, you got to come and look at the food. And then I would come and look at the food, and, if I needed to put a topper on someone's food, I would. Or if Boo was done with his food, for example, he would come up to me with that look, and he'd be like, oh, I'm finished with my food. And sometimes I'd give him a little bit more, or sometimes I would just be like, good boy, Boo, that's great that you finished your food. Another thing that Boo used to do is when I was preparing the food, or even during snack time, if the cats were going to get their crunchies, I would be in the kitchen. And if the cats were either eating here on the play rug or having their snack on the play rug, Boo would escort me. He would escort me from the kitchen to this room with so much joy and happiness. Like, he would just be so happy. He'd be like running ahead of me and just so happy to escort me to this area where I would either give them some crunchies or a treat or a meal. And, you know, that's not happening anymore. Splash and Simba don't do that. It's just a completely different dynamic. This is what's left of Splash's breakfast. He did not finish it. Here's Simba's. So Simba went under the day sofa in Boo's room after he ate a little bit of his meal. So I put some freeze-dried chicken on it and I gave it to him underneath the day sofa. And as you could see, he ate the majority of his breakfast, which is good. Another thing I've been missing a lot recently with regards to Boo and Stella is that they were the two leader cats and Splash and Simba were the two follower cats. And that was pretty much with everything. You know, if it was time for a meal, Stella and Boo would dig right in and Splash and Simba would look and follow and then eat. If it was playtime, Boo and Stella would, you know, start playing with me and then Splash and Simba would follow. So I feel like in some respects, like they're kind of lost with regards to that, but also it just makes it harder for me because now I have to be more coaxing to get them to do things, and I have to put so much more energy into getting them to do things, whereas before it was so easy because Boo and Stella were in charge. I'm down here with the Lucky Seven. I've been combing them and brushing them, and Sammy and Nancy have been playing the ambush game this morning, and I'm realizing that, like, this is how they play with each other. There's Ziggy. Here's Goldie. Hey, Goldie. How are you, Goldie? And here's Nancy. She jumped up here by the window. She's in kind of an ornery mood this morning, but they've been ambushing each other, and they're not trying to attack each other. They're not trying to hurt each other. They're just like playing this game. Ringo loves playing with this toy. It is 7:20 p.m. I just walked in the room and I have to tell you what I saw. So Splash and Simba were cuddled up on the bed together. It reminds me so much of when Splash and Stella used to be cuddled up on the bed together. As soon as I walked in, though, they like separated, but I witnessed it. I saw it. And so what's been going on this afternoon is I've been downstairs cleaning cat stuff and doing cat laundry and just organizing some cat stuff. I mean, I barely made a dent, but I did get quite a bit done. I vacuumed up down there. And I also did laundry. I'm on like the second or third load of laundry. I also ironed a bunch of clothes. So made some progress today. I would like to just be able to relax for a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I still have to scoop the litter, make something for dinner, and clean up the kitchen. But anyway, I just wanted to document this with Splash and Simba. It was so cute. So Simba was in Boo's room earlier today, and then in the afternoon, he was like walking around, and he like wanted to come out of the room, but then he didn't want to come out of the room. So I just picked him up and I put him on the bed in here. I was like, you want to go visit Splash? And so the two of them Had the door shut this afternoon. In the morning, like everyone was mingling with each other. There was no problem. And Nancy was on the bed where these guys are now. She was very happy. But then when I wanted to go out for a little while, I was like, okay, guys, let's just get separated because I don't want issues. So that's what's been going on. It's 9:38 p.m. There's Nancy, and I just put this toy on for them. And look what I have going on over here. So I found these catnip mats that Sharon made the cats. I was organizing some stuff down here, and I was like, oh, I was looking for those. So what I did was I put those on the floor. I did not put any new catnip in them, but I put a feeder mouse on top of them. And this feeder mouse has some dry cat food in it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens overnight. Like when I come down here tomorrow, where are these mice going to be? Are they going to be where I left them in the middle of these catnip mats? Here's another one. Here's another one. There's 7 altogether. Or are they going to be moved off of the mats and are they going to be empty? Look at Nancy. She's not a big fan of these feeder mice because she says it makes her do too much work to get the crunchies out. Nancy, you're so silly. Nancy, you're so silly. It is 7:30 a.m. Good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Sammy. So Sammy has been doing this new thing. There's Nancy. See Nancy? She's on the bottom of the steps. Sammy's on the top of the steps. So Sammy has claimed this area up here as her territory, especially at night. And what that has been doing is it's been keeping Nancy away from the door. Nancy used to bang on the door in the middle of the night, and she used to cry at the door in the middle of the night because she wanted to come upstairs. But Sammy says no. Sammy says she's in charge up here. Right, Sammy? And she makes sure that doesn't happen. So Sammy is the kitchen door guard. Right, Sammy? You're the guard. Okay, let's go downstairs. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Goldie. Someone's in the litter box. Let's see what they did with their feeder mice. Did you eat your mouse? Did you eat your mouse? Okay, who ate the mice? So last night, I left one of these mice on one of these catnip mats. As we can see, some of the mice have been moved off of the mats. Some haven't. The question is, do they still have treats in them? And look at this. They have a few treats, but most of the treats are empty. Like most of the treats are gone. So maybe they're learning how to play with these toys and get the treats out. Here's another one. Here's another one that only has a few treats left. Did you like your treats, Nancy? Here's another one that only has a few treats left. Oh, this one's full. So my question, Nancy, is who's been eating all the treats? Is it just one cat eating all the treats? Or is it multiple cats? Here's another mouse, only has a few treats left. This one's full. And this one only has a few left. And when I say treats, what these are, this is just dry cat food. This is not actual treats. Good morning, Ringo. I hope Ringo's been eating them because Ringo could use some extra calories. And Ziggy can use some extra calories. Nancy can use less calories. How you doing, Ringo? Did you like your snacks? Did you like your snacks? Are you able to get snacks out? So this morning I did look at the security camera footage to see, if I could see who's getting the treats out. But there were so many clips, I have to look through them again. Yesterday when I was cleaning and organizing, I found this toy that the cats love. The problem is that it's missing the feather attachment. So it's working and this little thing is poking out, but there's no feathers attached. But last night the cats enjoyed playing with it anyway. It's 9 a.m. and all the cats are eating their breakfast. except for Nancy. Nancy just wants to play. So it could be that Nancy's the one that ate most of the crunchies out of the feeder mice. Today for breakfast, the cats are splitting a large 10-ounce can of Waruva. It's one of the fish-based varieties, I forget. And then they're also splitting a 5.5-ounce can of Friskies turkey and giblets pate. And they have a little bit of freeze-dried chicken on top, and then a little bit, like a teaspoon, of the Tiki Cat high-protein dry cat food. They've been getting canned food for breakfast and then raw food for dinner. And as I'm saying that, I just remembered that I have some leftover raw food that they were supposed to get for breakfast. I have to make a note of that, and they'll have it tomorrow for breakfast. It's 9:12 a.m. I just put a plate of food out for Ox, and I touched him again. Same seat, same thing. He was sitting on the chair with his back out, and I just walked up and put my finger on him. As soon as my finger touched him, he jumped off the seat. So hopefully he'll go and eat. He has some leftover raw food. He has some 9 Lives pate. And then he also has some Waruva, I think it's the Splash Dance, leftover pate. It's about 1 p.m. And I wanted to show you Nancy and Richard because they were so cute. Nancy was splooting on the bed, but I put the camera on. They're so comfortable on the bed. Splash is underneath it today. It is weigh day for Simba. Here's Simba. I just put him on top of this cat tower. And let's see what he weighs. He weighs exactly what he's been weighing for like the past 5 weeks. This is crazy. Simba says he's very frustrated because we've been working so hard on getting his weight down. So yesterday he didn't have as many crunchies as he normally has. He didn't have as much food as he normally has. We keep cutting things out and cutting things back, and the scale is not budging. And in addition to cutting things back, we're having more playtime. So we're exercising more, we're cutting back on food, and the scale is not budging. I don't know if Simba has used the litter box yet this morning. So if he does use the litter box, I will weigh him again and see if it made a difference. Right now, I'm just so frustrated because, the scale's not moving. Right, Simba? It is now 9 a.m. and the cats are just about to have their breakfast. I wanted to weigh Simba one more time, and he's still at 19 pounds and 2 ounces. Hopefully, this coming week will be the week that we break past this plateau. It is 9:06 p.m. and this is what's going on with the play rug. So there's toys all over, cat grass, some cupcake wrappers from when the cats ate some crunchies earlier. I'm going to move this stuff off, clean this up, because I got something for the cats. This is what I got for the cats. It's supposed to be a tunnel with 5 entrances. It's supposed to be pretty big, and it's going to be kind of like a big octopus, but it's supposed to be a big tunnel for the cats. Here's Simba. I don't know if Simba and Splash are going to like it, but I'm going to let them have first dibs at it. I'm going to set it up here and see if they want to play with it tonight. I figure it's something new for them, something different, something to, break their routine a little bit, give them some variety. So we'll see if they like it. Splash is here with me now, so he's watching. Let's see if he'll use the tunnel. I really like the fact that it comes with this carrying case. None of the other tunnels that I have come with like a case like this. Not that I'm going to be carrying it a lot of places, but I just think for storage, it's really nice to have like a case to put it in. Here it is all folded up. They had several different colors to choose from. They had like a black one, a white one, and then they had this one which was very colorful. I chose this one because I'm figuring if I have this downstairs, the colors are light enough that I could see fleas on it. And I don't know, it just seemed like a happier version of it with all the different colors. I was going to get the white one because then for sure I'd be able to see all the fleas on it. But it reminded me too much of like an industrial thing, like some kind of industrial ductwork or something. So that's why I got the one with the colors. Here's Splash, he's watching. I'm afraid it's going to just like shoot out. Look at Splash. He's like, what's going on here? There's one. One didn't open. There it is. This is big. This is big. This is what it looks like. And when I saw this online, I was like, Sammy is going to lose her mind over this. Because she has a 3-way tunnel that I bring out like in the winter around holiday time because it's Christmas themed. But this is 5-way. This is a 5-way tunnel. And it's also kind of sad because I know Boo would love this. Boo loved his tunnel. If Boo was here, he would be having so much fun with this. So we'll see if Simba and Splash use it overnight. I don't know if they will, but it'll be here just in case they want to. I just sprinkled some dried catnip in that hole in the middle of the tunnel. I could tell that Splash and Simba can already smell it. I don't know if they're going to go in the tunnel to get it, though. Here, Splash. Get the catnip, Splash. You going to get the catnip? You going to get the catnip, Splash? It's in the tunnel. Yeah, it's in the tunnel. Get it in the tunnel. Go ahead, you go in there. He's looking. You could go in there. I'm wondering if this tunnel is too small for Splash and Simba because they're big cats. And this is kind of like, these tubes are kind of narrow. Can you go in the tunnel, Splash, or are you too big? Can you go in the tunnel or are you too big? You go in. Yeah, you go in the tunnel. Go ahead. Go ahead, get the catnip. It's in the tunnel. It's in the tunnel. That's a tunnel. You know what a tunnel is? Splash is thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's like, I'm thinking about going in there. I wonder if he would, like, he'd probably have to crawl to go in there. Like, you could see he's taller. He's taller than the tunnel. So he can't just, like, walk in there. Maybe this is too small for all the cats. Maybe this is made for kittens. I don't know. I'm just about to give Splash and Simba their crunchy mice. And Simba poked his head in one of the tunnels. Maybe Simba's going to go in a tunnel. But he's waiting for his mouse right now. I put a little bit of catnip inside of each tunnel. I've been playing with Splash and Simba, but they don't want to go in it. But now that there's some catnip, Splash is sticking his head in there. Look how big Splash is compared to the tunnel. Like, I don't even know if he could go in there. Like, if he goes in there, there wouldn't be much room around him. He would have to really crawl in there. See, look. He could barely fit. This tunnel is really made for smaller cats. Sammy wanted to come upstairs. She's seeing this tunnel for the first time. Look at this. Right in there. She fits. This is a Sammy-sized tunnel. Splash is watching from the scratch and roll. She's right in the middle of it right now. Eating the catnip, probably. So what Sammy loves to do with the tunnels downstairs is she'll sit in the tunnel and then randomly she'll fly out of it and it scares everyone. She does that downstairs all the time. And then it scares the other cats. Splash is watching her. Oh, there she came out of that one. Sammy, this is the most amazing tunnel, right? Look at that. It has 5 tunnels, Sammy. Sammy, it has 5 tunnels. 5. What a crazy tunnel, right? I just put Sammy in the middle of the tunnel. Look at her tail. Splash got scared. Where are you, Sammy? Where are you, Sammy? Which tunnel is she in? Oh, she's in the middle. She's moving her tail around. There's Sammy. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sammy, you like the tunnel? See, it fits Sammy. She's a good size for the tunnel, but she's also the smallest cat in the house. She's the smallest cat in the house. So I don't know how many of the other cats are going to actually fit in here. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.